Standing beside me is Ryan Hercules, head coach for the Guyana Harpy Eagles. The Guyana Harpy Eagles are 14.4 points adrift of first place in the West Indies 4-day championship as they head into rounds 6 and 7. Round 6 will start on April 10th, and the Harpy Eagles will travel to Sabina Park to play the Jamaica Scorpions. To put things in context, the Harpy Eagles are actually going to be playing two teams that are below them currently on the point standing. First up would be the Scorpions at home, and then they head to Trinidad and Tobago to play the combined campuses and colleges, the team that is bottom of the table. So what started out, Ryan, as a developmental year, I would say, in terms of getting new players, has now turned into a genuine shot at retaining the 4-day title.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the situation we was before they started the tournament in terms of the team, not having lots of experienced guys around in the setup. We thought it was a perfect opportunity to start the developmental process for the Guyana franchise. But I think we pick up a bit of momentum after the West Indies Academy game, playing in Antigua and then Barbados and Leeward, I think. And it was a very big win for us against Barbados. And I think that would have boosted the morale a lot in the camp for everyone, knowing that, look, I said to them in Antigua, I think if we win the Barbados game, we have a great chance of winning the tournament. We played against Leeward and we did well. And, so 2 games coming up against Jamaica, like you mentioned, 2 teams that are below us, right? I think from our standpoint, we will make sure we go for outright wins and gain as much batting and bowling points as possible. We can't control what's going to happen in the other games, but I think it's going to be a great result, even though whatever the end result may be, I think it's going to be great to play 7 games this season and, we win 5 and we lose 1. That'll be something good going forward with this core players, being a part of the setup now. So all good signs so far for the young guys in the setup.
I know one big thing you must be pleased with is that the fact that a lot of times, and in this season, many of us have called for more runs, 100 especially from the batsmen. You managed to get Tage, got 100, and also skipper Tevin Imlach, he managed to convert 1, and also you had Sinclair early in the season with a 165.
Yeah, I mean, it's always concerning when you're playing 40 cricket and, you're not getting scores. We would have seen, in the Leeward game, we were struggling to get past 250. I think when we started doing some extra work in the nets, with the guys and trying to get them that mental capacity to spend longer time, we would have made some adjustments as well in our training sessions when we return back home in terms of how we're going to get guys to spend more time in the crease so they could understand what is needed of them and their role in the team. So we would have seen great improvement, like you mentioned. Kevin Sinclair got in a big century, started off there, Tage, Imlach as well. So great signs. Hopefully, we go there and we continue getting those big scores, getting those big partnerships. That's helping us to set out, and get the goal that we're looking for from a batting group in that first innings.
Bowling-wise, how impressed are you with Isaiah Thor? I know Smithy would have been a big guy in the last match. Gunners has taken a lot of wickets, but there's something, at least on the stream we're watching, Thorn looks a really good blossoming talent.
Yeah, young kid, very strong. I'm very, very much impressed. I mean, it's a good sign for us going forward as a franchise, knowing that if we have him as a premier fast bowler, because at 19 years of age, he's bowling very fast. A few things to tweak on in terms of, his control and stuff. But I mean, he's playing first-class cricket now, and there's a long way for him to learn, lots of things for him to learn as well as a young fast bowler. But I'm very impressed. I think he's got about 13 wickets so far. And you can't ask for anything more from him, So we understand that, yes, he's young, he's inexperienced, but, he can still get the job done for us, which he has been doing apart from, Smithy coming in and as a senior bowler and taking some wickets. And even Ronaldo Mohammed and Anderson got a 5 wicket as well. So, I mean...
The new Jimmy.
Yes, yeah, new Jimmy Anderson. So, yeah, definitely some positive sign in terms of Isaiah as a young fast bowler coming in and, looking forward to seeing him around more and, trying to help him, to get into that right rhythm and that right process as a young kid, getting into the Guyana senior team and staying in the senior team. That's always the most challenging thing when you get there. I always encourage the guys to spend time, stay in the team.
And one thing I know from before you love to cultivate is ensuring that players progress to the next level. There's some guys here who haven't done that well. What would be your message to them as they head into those 2 final rounds with the grand scheme of that? Is the England tour in July?
Yeah, I just say to the guys, let's trust the process. I mean, from a coaching standpoint, we do as much as we can to make sure the players are ready. I mean, in terms of the resource that we have, we do the best we can. right? But I say to the guys, I always have, chat with them one-to-one and say, look, just trust the process, believe in yourself, it can only happen if you really want it to happen. I let them think about what's there in the long run as well as young cricketers. I mean, I always stress on the fact that, this, the state West Indies cricketing at this moment, I mean, you could get in there, scoring some runs in this first class cricket. We see how players get in there. I don't want to say pretty easily, but I mean, we're in a state where we're looking for young players. We're looking to give players an opportunity. So I always use that as motivation for them to to go out there and want to do well and want to get into a West Indies A team or even into the academy setup where you could make a start and then you strike a claim from there.
Yeah, one would certainly hope those players who haven't really hit top mark this season certainly do so in the remaining 2 rounds, as the Guyana Harpy Eagles, current defending champions of the 4-day, are hoping to retain that title. Reporting from Metamarizog, I'm Aki Green.